Alright, I have the perfect solution for everyone who hates being lied to. See, liars give off little hints that we can pick up on. And we can pick up on them through like little gestures or weird facial expressions or things that just don't add up. So first, I want you to look for little inconsistencies in what they say. Like here, for example.
I heard screaming and without looking I ran.
See, it doesn't make sense because when you hear screaming, you like to look back at it. You know, it's natural habit. And so one other thing that we can do is try to trip them up when they're talking. By asking them something they're expected to hear.
I went running today and I'm so exhausted.
See, you can ask them something like, what did you see along the way? Because they're not prepared to ask that. Another thing you can do is gauge against the baseline. You know, something that how they normally act versus how they're acting when you think they're lying. You know, for example.
I like the lasagna you made last night.
See, usually she doesn't swing her leg like that when she talks. And that's something you can kind of look for to see if she's actually lying or not. Another thing you can do is look for insincere emotions, like awkward or fake smiles. See, for example.
I like your dress, baby.
See, she doesn't really normally do it like that, so maybe she doesn't really like the dress. And that's something we can look out for. Another thing you really need to start doing is listening to your gut. Maybe if you suspect that they're lying, they might actually be lying. Look for quick flashes of disgust or quick emotional flashes. So, kind of like this.
Oh yeah, I love that movie too.
See, she had a quick flash of disgust in her face, like when she heard the movie. And so that's something we can look out for. It's kind of hard to look out for, and we need a lot of practice to do it. But once we learn how to do it, we can look for liars. Something that you also need to start doing, is looking for contradictions in the way that they're speaking. You know, make sure that their facial expressions and what they're saying add up, and also their hand motions too. If they don't add up, you know, it could tip off that they're lying. Kind of, for example.
I like your new haircut. It fits very well.
See, she was nodding her head but saying something that she liked. But saying that she liked the haircut. Maybe she doesn't actually like the haircut. Something that you really need to look out for is uneasiness or anxiety, kind of like me right now. They're really anxious or uneasy, and that's something that can show you that they're lying. Okay.
Yeah, of course I'll go to your performance.
See, she was really anxious and looking around the room and kind of shy and anxious. And that's something you can look for, because liars often are anxious and uneasy. Often liars have too much detail in their story because they have a lot of time to prepare for them. And so something you can look for are too much detail in a story. So here.
I didn't go to your performance because I got gum on my shoe, but I saw that it was strawberry gum, and I knew my best friend likes strawberry gum, so I got him some strawberry gum. But the grocery store across the street was fresh out of strawberry, so I had to go to Independence to get some strawberry gum. I live a very stressful life, you see.
See, and it's also very stressful to lie. And that's why they create long stories that are too elaborate and have too much detail in them and don't make any sense at all. Delays while they're speaking are something that you really need to look out for also. You know, like, it's an unusual delay that can show you that maybe they're thinking about if they should or should not actually lie to you, and maybe what they're also thinking about. You know, for example, here.
I can't wait to go to your mother's today, sweetheart.
See, there's long drawn-out pauses that don't really add up, and that they shouldn't really be there in normal talking. Another thing you really should look out for is no eye contact. So here, you can see.
Of course you don't look fat in that dress.
See, maybe that's not true, even if it's for a good cause. But she was looking down at the floor and trying to hide her eyes, because she's trying not to look the victim in the eye, the person who she's lying to. Because it's really shameful and hard to look a person in the eye and lie to them. Little grooming gestures like fixing your sleeve or your collar are also things that liars do when they're telling a lie. So here is something you can look out for.
You played great in the game today. Just splendid.
See, she was messing with her sleeve here. And that's something you might want to look out for when you think somebody's lying to you. See, liars give off these really they're kind of obvious cues that you can look for, but they give them off, and if you pick up on them, you can tell that they're lying or not. Remember to look for uneasiness and things that they don't normally do and weird facial expressions. Those are the key points. And good luck finding liars, and try not to be a liar yourself.